Hey there, gang. We've already seen what the turtles are doing in standard, so for today, let's find out what the limited format is really like. Let's play some head games. Welcome, friends and opponents, to Head Games Arena. My name is Jet, and as I said in the intro, today we are going to be going over to do some TMNT Limited. We're going to draft the TMNT set on camera. What we've heard so far is that the format is a little narrow. There's not a lot of different options, and I myself finding myself playing the same color combination almost every time, but they are colors I really love to play, so I'm at least having fun to get started. I think you'll have a lot of fun watching and seeing the stuff we can come up with today. So without further stalling for time, let's head over to that draft and see if we can have some fun. All right, folks, here we are in TMNT Limited. I'm going to switch my camera here. That's a little better. Okay, so we are here in TMNT Limited on a timer because we are playing against real people trying to draft real cards. So let's see what we're looking at. Kitsune's technique is actually really good in Limited because you can, knocking, half of your opponent's deck into their bin in a 40 card deck really has the possibility for winning. It's not the kind of winning that I like to do. Death in the Family is a solid removal spell. I actually really like Michelangelo Mutant BFF as a 4/4 for 4 that makes mutagen and makes creatures hard to block. I'm very fond of this card. You're going to find out that I'm fond of Golgari. So is this better than the Death in the Family, the removal? I like this a lot. Enough so that I think I am, in fact, going to first pick Old Mikey here. Armagon as our rare. This is very hard to get to in Limited. 8 mana is an enormous amount of mana. Very, very hard to get to. If you're not familiar with all of the cards in the set, there is a 2-card kind of a combo. Rocksteady and Bebop make each other unblockable. It's cute, but they're both expensive, so it's not as good as it looks. So Armagon is a fair pick here. Ice Cream Kitty is actually a sneaky good Golgari card because it allows you to sacrifice tokens to draw cards. So I'm also very fond of this. Armagon might just be too expensive. That's all there is to it. Let's see if it wheels. I'm going to take the kitty. So we're already leaning pretty hard into black and green, which your boy is not upset about. I really like that color combination just as a general rule. All right, Insectoid Exterminator is a 2/2 flyer, lets you scry on your end step if you disappeared. Mutant Chain Reaction is far better than it looks, an artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. There's lots of artifacts flying around that are worth blowing up. Also makes a mutagen. Guac and Marshmallow Pizza, which sounds terrifying and awful. It's actually a fairly decent card. It's a decent combat trick. Henchbots is a very conditional removal spell that I'm not super excited about. Combat trick, removal spell. I think we'll see the pizza again, actually. It might just be the flyer. Let's take the flyer. Alright, where are we at now? Skateboard is interesting. The Death Touch Squirrel is not bad. Game Master, at the beginning of your end step, if a permanent left the battlefield, this gets bigger. Interesting. Pain 101, kind of a removal spell, also kind of enters the battlefield abilities to trigger again. I think Pain 101 might be worth considering here as a combat trick. Skateboard is interesting, but I haven't actually seen it yet. I haven't seen it in play. Maybe it's crazy good. I have no idea. I do like giving our creatures haste. I'm going to take Pain 101 here, I think. Stomp by the Foot is a pretty decent removal spell, -2/-2, or if you kick it by sacrificing an artifact or creature, it's -5/-5. So it's an early game removal spell. The Paramecia Coloniax is also pretty solid. Because, I don't like milling cards in this format. The Guac and Marshmallow Pizza is also worth kind of considering. Wow, Foot Ninjas is decent. I'm going to take the removal. This is better than I thought it was, because you can sneak it for 4. We do like getting removal. Okay, so 4 mana, 4/4 reach and trample, gains you 2 life when it enters. We're not trying to play a typal deck here, so we're not sad about this card at all. The fact that it has reach makes me very happy. When this enters, return up to 1 target creature or food card from your graveyard to your hand. That's also interesting, but I'm going to take the Pachyderm. Okay. So here's the Bebop I was talking about that combos with the Rocksteady, and if they're both in play, they both become unblockable. So it's not incredibly good, but it's also not bad. And if you have Zoo Escapees in your deck, the Bebop Warthog combo gets a little bit better. I think I am actually going to take Bebop here. I don't have any 2-mana creatures. I do have 1, but I like the Zoo Escapees, but I think that we'll see some more. So we're just going to let that go. Tunnel Rats comes back from our graveyard for 5 to the battlefield tapped. Feels a little slow. It is something to do, though. It is a creature that you can sacrifice that you can get back later. Is a 4/4 better? I think the 4/4 is better. Now we've got too many 4 drops. So Putrid Pals is interesting. It is a mutant. It comes in as a 5/5 death touch if something has disappeared. We'll draft it, see if it makes the cut at the end. Apparently nobody likes Primordial Pachyderm. We already have 2. I think we're taking the escape tunnel here. Yep. We saw both the Guac and the Mutant Chain Reaction and the Henchbot come back. I'm going to take the Combat Trick. We don't need any of these cards. That'll go to sideboard. We don't need any of these cards. That'll go to sideboard. And looks like nobody's in red. This is beautiful. We only have 3 of those. There's a lot of really good cards here. A lot. I mean, Anchovy and Banana Pizza is a fantastic removal in Golgari. Shredder's Technique is fantastic removal in Golgari. I think I have to take Michelangelo though. We don't have a lot of counter synergy yet, but we could draw into some. But just by itself, as something that makes a mutagen, I think it's probably worth taking. Yeah, let's go. Another on-color rare. Ground Chuckin' Dirtbag, 8/8 trample for 6. Yeah, slam dunk. Absolutely. 8/8 trample for 6. That's all I think I need to hear. That is remarkable. Okay. So here's where things get at least a little complicated, because I really love the idea of Genghis Frog being in our deck. It is very strong when you have a bunch of other mutants in your deck, and we already do. Primordial Pachyderm's not a mutant, but a lot of the other things that we've drafted are. Genghis Frog allows all of those things to create mutagens and then combos well with Mikey, so I think I am going to try to splash into blue for Genghis Frog, because I think it is strong. Okay. Frog Butler is really solid, so is Mona Lisa. It's kind of a question of which one's better, and that's not an easy thing to answer. I think I'm actually going to take Mona Lisa. Frog Butler is very strong. Oh, no. Okay. I said, oh, no, right? And what I meant was, holy crap, there's so many cards in this pack that I want. Westwind Avatar is remarkable. Yeah, we're gonna try to play Westwind Avatar here. I know I said that the cards are too expensive, but there is the Rocksteady that goes with Bebop here, but it's fine if I don't get it. Westwind Avatar is a game-breaking top-end card. Okay. Slithering Cryptid is a very solid 3-drop, and there's 2 of them in this pack for some reason. It is a mutant. It makes a mutagen. Lots of good things going on there. So the nice thing about Westwind Avatar is if we're playing in a deck that produces mutagen on a regular basis, this is going to get that enters trigger where it sacrifices a token. I think we take Stomp by the Foot here. Even if we can get a Rocksteady, I don't really feel like I'm going to play with 2 6-drops. So I'm not really sure that we're playing with the Rocksteady Bebop combo, and I want to make sure I have enough removal to really have a meaningful thing. Okay, so I'm going to take this Rocksteady now just because we don't have anything else in this pack to take. The anchovy and banana pizza came back, and we are 100% going to take it this time. Our curve's a little janky, but we're getting somewhere. We need some solid 3-drops and 2-drops to finish this deck off. Insectoid Exterminator is a mutant, so I'm not sure it's really going to do what we want it to, but this dinosaur is not a mutant, but it does get something back. We're going to take the flyer. I'm going to try not to draft too many blue spells because I really just want to splash this. Okay, we'll take the land so nobody else can have it. We will take Punk Frogs, even though we're almost certainly not going to play it. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that this Rocksteady Bebop combo is not as it's interesting, but it's probably not good. Oh, wow. This card is amazing in Limited. It's essentially a 5/4 trample hexproof. It's got a hexproof counter, and whenever it deals combat damage, you can remove a counter from it, but it doesn't have to be the hexproof counter. So with Mutagen, this card is bananas. Super good. Absolute fantastic pickup. Looking for 3-drop mutants. We're going to take the fixing because I don't want any of those cards. I would actually consider a crustacean combo here, but we're going to take the land and hope that we see something in our next pack. We did not, dear reader, see something in our next pack. I'm going to take that Krang, I think. We're going to rare draft this Krang. We don't want it for our deck, but we want it for something else. Wink, wink. There's another Genghis Frog and another Slithering Cryptid. So does it make sense for us to play with more than one Genghis Frog? I'm a little sus on that, if I'm honest, because I really don't like the premise of drawing more than one. I think I'm actually taking Slithering Cryptid here. Am I nuts? Is this just really that good? It might be. It might be. I think I take the frog. All right, there is yet another Insectoid Exterminator, which I don't think makes the final cut, but I do think is the pick. Mikey. So it's a 3-mana 3/3, and it gets a counter on the end step if we disappear. Okay. I don't hate where we are. Definitely going down a primordial pachyderm. What is our... We're 18-5, so we do not have enough interaction. That is a very sad state. We're only 6 picks in. Give us some interaction. No. No, said the game. Alright, I'm going to take somebody's wingnut. That's a funny sentence, isn't it? Give us some bad interaction, please and thank you. Any kind of interaction. Come on. Come on. This is amazing. Yes, please. I can't. I'm floored by that. Okay, so I don't want any of these cards. I think I take the Ragamuffin Rafter. I don't think I've drafted one yet, just to kind of have the option. I'm almost certain that we're not going to use it, but same problem here. I mean, we're really just looking for cards. We've got enough cards. If it's not interaction, we're probably not looking at it at all. Yeah. I think we're a little boned on interaction, which is absolutely what happens to me. I'm gonna take the Cowabunga. Almost certain that we're not gonna play with it, but okay. We have a Golgari Mutants deck. Probably. Alright, gang, so this is the deck that we are playing. I actually only trimmed one card. We did not draft enough interaction. It's definitely going to come up in the gameplay. I was very blinded by trying to put together a fun Mutants deck. So, Michelangelo Weirdness to 11, I probably over-prioritized how good this card is. It's easy to remove. I mean, under the right circumstances, having this in play with Genghis Frog means your board's going to get very, very big. So we'll see if it works out that way, if it actually works out that way. I believe we trimmed in such a way where we do have two creatures that are not mutants. We've got 15 mutants, a total of 17 creatures. And those creatures that are not mutants are Primordial Pachyderm, which I think having a reach creature over here in this spot is more important than, you know, trimming down and running another mutant. And again, Westwind Avatar, we're just really looking this to get us back in a game or just close out a game when it comes in for all of that mana. But otherwise, I actually really like a lot of the synergy that we have. We are playing 2 copies of Genghis Frog, but I think that we want to, because games that we have it are going to be much better than games that we don't. We do only have the 2 blue spells in the deck, so we are down to 3 islands. I'm actually very tempted to make it less than that, but because I'm always very, very worried about not getting the right amount. But we do have 7 black sources, 7 green sources, 8 if you count the escape tunnel for each. So yeah, we've got a deck here that'll do some stuff. I actually think Leatherhead is going to steal a lot of games for us, because this is just enormously difficult for our opponent to deal with. And with cards like Pain 101, giving him Death Touch means he's definitely getting that damage through, and he's coming back if they manage to trade up with him. So there's a lot of cool opportunities for synergy here. Let's just hope we can keep up with the faster decks. Thanks as always for tuning in. Let's go play some of those head games. Game 1, our first TMNT draft of the season on camera, our first on-camera TMNT draft of the season. So we're seeing our high curve show up in our hand here. I think I'm going to keep this. This comes down on 4 and gains us 2 life. So if our opponent is like wildly fast, we're going to be sad. But drafts are usually a little slower, so we can have a little bit of fun. Buzzbots for our opponents, so they are probably on an artifact build. Let's not forget that Mona Lisa also has reach, which is an enormous amount of fun. So Mona Lisa on 3 means I definitely... Okay, 2/4. This gets +1/+0 whenever another creature enters. Man, the music in here is a little off-putting? I don't know how else to say it. Here's Mona Lisa. So, nice thing is that they're... Sure, you got your removal. Not super upset about losing Mona Lisa. There are definitely worse things. Gains a life from their land. Gets a creature in. No kidding. We'll take 4. This is what I was talking about, though. Primordial Pachyderm. 4/4. Reach. Trample. Gains us 2 life. I'm trading with that Mutant Town Musician. Trust and believe I'm blocking. Yep. Let's do it. Okay, Fugitive Droid. Yeah, we'll block the Buzzbot. They want to draw a card, and I'm just gonna let them. Counter target spell that targets an artifact or creature you control. Counters a spell, worth noting. You got a damage spell? You do not. Okay. So, non-zero chance they have a counter spell. We're not going to show them the blue until we absolutely have to. So I think the move here is Mikey. We'll put the counter on the Pachyderm. And we'll get in. We cannot hesitate here. Okay, Mikey and Don. I will block. What does this do? Whenever you cast an artifact spell. Very cool. Mikey and Don is a neat card. I'm always hesitant with those, like, look at the top card. Now, Mikey and Don does let you play lands off of the top, which really makes it a little bit better than a lot of other similar cards that, like, allow you to play a certain type of card off the top of your library. Hey, I love that. So... let's play Ground Chuck and Dirtbag and see what they're holding. Yeah, we'll get in for 5. We are playing a big monsters deck, and now we've got the biggest monster in our deck out. And next turn we get to cast Westwind Avatar. So we actually, like, if I use... I can actually cast both of my other creatures and Westwind Avatar if Ground Chuck makes it back to our turn. Okay. What does this do? Ugh. Couldn't read it fast enough. Okay. Why did you return that? Oh, you had to. That feels bad. That was your unblockable thing. Uh-huh. 6/4. I will block. Okay. Okay, so all of my lands tap for extra now, right? Alright, Slithering Cryptid. Make a Mutagen. Westwind Avatar. We'll sacrifice the Mutagen. Gain 3 life. I've gotten my value out of this already. If they want to, like, block a whole... I'm threatening lethal here with trampling creatures. You can only block Primordial with one thing. They have to make a huge sacrifice to Ground Chuck and Dirtbag is such a strong card. Are we done? We are done. Wow. Big monsters for the win. All right, game 2 with our technically Sultai mutant stack. This is fine. It's not great, but we can do something with it, I think. Start with a fully illegitimate business. And it's a pizza shop. Harsh. Hard one Jite. Equipped creature has double strike. Alright, we will start with Ice Cream Kitty. Cookie Cat. Alright, that is... a 2/1. Whenever another creature put a counter... Oh, wow, that's way better than it looks. Boy, that's a problem. Okay. So, from here, we just play a land and say go. Non-creature artifact. Okay. Ooh. I was worried. I was like, oh, my creature's an artifact. It's fine. Yep. Yep. So, I'm not sure which combat trick I use here. It's probably this one. Alright, so, yeah, Guac and Marshmallow Pizza makes my creature bigger. We block for... Okay. We can play Michelangelo. We can play Escape Tunnel. Sacrifice the Escape Tunnel. We'll get a Swamp. He's got Disappear activated. We'll say go now. Okay. So unfortunately, a double striking Rock Soldier is going to be a problem for us. Yeah, no blocks. Yep, we'll take 8. What else you got? What? Woo! Now we're in trouble. Okay, so let's sacrifice. Oh gosh, it's a creature or a token. Okay, that's fine. Let's sacrifice Guac and Marshmallow Pizza to gain 3 life. We'll play our land for turn, and we'll go to end step. Let's go. So if they've got a trick here, we're done. Okay. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Nobody returns something. You have to return something. What is it? Oh, you don't have to return something. I see. Okay. Rocksteady? We have we have to depend on them not getting. If they drew another trick, I'm so mad. Oh, wow. That's not what I meant to say. Amazing. Okay. So I don't have a turtle, so I need to play this. And then we'll say go. Amazing. Yep. Did they draw another trick? Yeah. You got it. B to the bop. We cannot attack. So it turns out that this is very good. Okay. Sure. Yep. So we're going to block with the Ice Cream Kitty and sacrifice it in response. It's not optimal, but it does get us back up to 5 life. Now we just need to draw a removal spell, and we will feel a little better about where we're at. You going to blow up our flyer with your Foundry? Yep. There we go. Making tokens. Not a land? Okay. Yeah, we'll put it on Mikey. All right, we are once again playing jazz hands, seeing, you know, who's top decking better cards. Yep, block here. Okay, trades. We'll take that. Land for our opponent. Do we do this now? I don't think we do. I think we hold it. Oh, I love you. I love that. Everybody loves anchovy and banana pizza. So we're not in a position to put on pressure yet. Okay. You got it. Okay. We're gonna sacrifice the pizza, go up to 8, and then down to 6. Not a land. That'll do. Slithering Cryptid. Make it big. Okay. Passing the turn. We are really locked in now. We drew a land. I think we can start putting pressure on here. No. No, we can't. No, we can't. Because they can just move the Jeets to the Ultram senses. Okay. When this enters, look at the top 4 cards, reveal an artifact card, and put it into your hand, and it's a 2/1 haste. Okay. Yep. Whiff. 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 They whiffed. Bring it in, friend. No? Okay. Big creature? Alright. Mona Lisa's not a big creature, but she is a creature. How are we feeling about attacking now? I think we have to start putting on pressure. I do. I think we have to start putting on pressure. We've got multiple blocks, so we're feeling pretty good. We've got an instant speed removal spell. Now listen, it's not a huge removal spell. Wow, Punk Frogs is a problem. This does not give that. Okay. No, we're fine. We're okay. Needed to not draw a land there. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Okay. Yeah, Punk Frogs is a problem. Yeah. We'll block. This was incorrect, I think. So, hold on. If I make it... This is a big risk I'm taking. Oh, pay off. Ooh. Ooh. We're gonna hold this land. That card is very cool. Okay. Genghis Frog? Counter on Mikey. Get in for 5. Okay. Interesting. I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to do there. Yeah, I mean, losing Mikey may seem bad. Okay, Metalhead. Woof, very good. So you return the Cryptid? Yeah, that's okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Metalhead has double strike. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can do both things, right? Okay. 1. We will play the Cryptid, and it's going to trigger Genghis Frog and make 2 things. And then we are going to play Westwind Avatar. And we are going to sacrifice a land to gain 3 life. And then we are going to move to our end step and say, done, draw a card. All right, 13 cards left in the deck. I'm surprised by that. Okay. Counter on Avatar? It really feels like they must have something. Counter on Avatar? Attack with Avatar? Are we back in the Avatar set? I think we're gonna sacrifice another land. Gain 3 life. Our opponent takes 9. We're gonna play the other Genghis Frog. We're going to keep the one that's already in play. We'll power up Mona. We will power up Frog. We'll play our land because we're not fooling anybody at this point. Drawing a card. What an excellent draw. So, we haven't won, because if they have a removal spell... Okay, 3 damage to Mona. Sure. They can't activate that, right? It doesn't even gain them any life. They just get a land. That's fine. Alright, we are going to kick it this time. Oh, I just realized I should have kept the mutagen token around. That's enough! What a slug! Like, what a slugfest. That was tough. We are on to game 3, currently 2-0 with our Sultai TMNT deck. And I know I said this before. I definitely did. I said it before when I was doing limited content last time. I just forget how much slower limited is and how much more time it takes, because you got to do the draft and then play the games, and oftentimes the games are quite slow. We can start with our illegitimate business. Then we'll play an island, and we'll play the best 2-drop in our deck. That's Genghis Frog. No removal. No removal. No removal. That's cool. We'll play Mona Lisa, the Science Geek. Another mutagen token and no attacks for us. So we've got very good interaction here, so I feel very good about what we're doing next turn. No removal. Play a creature. You know you want to. You want to play that 2-drop that gets bigger. The 3-drop. Raph and Leo does its damage. No attacks for our opponent. Okay. So. We're going to play a land. We're going to put a mutagen token on Mona Lisa. I don't think that there's a particularly... This is the extra combat step one, right? I don't really want to give them a chance to protect this. So I'm going to remove this now. Oh, it's got swamp cycling. I'm like, why is this highlighted? I can't cast this yet, but that is not true. Okay, I still can't attack, which I don't love. Yeah, let's just hold up blockers. I don't feel like I'm threatening to attack here. Raph is a pretty solid 2-drop. As a 1/3 with that Impact Tremors ability, this is a pretty remarkable card. Okay, enters or leaves. That's good. It does 3 damage. Yeah. You got it. Umazawa's Jite. Oh, wow. What a card. Interesting. Okay. This is amazing. This is amazing. Mikey. Mutagen, mutagen. Counter here. Counter here. Am I being really extra by doing it this way? I don't think I am. I'm a little concerned that I'm leaving my shields down and that's going to allow them to remove something, but I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with, like, getting everything done now. Because if they take the turn off to use Mouser Foundry on something, how much does the Jeet cost to equip? 2. Okay. I mean, they've got some problems. If they let me untap, because now I used Mona Lisa for mana there, but she's now a significant threat at 4/6. Mikey the BFF would be a pretty great hit, but really any of our beefy 4 drop, like anything from 4 up at this point, would be a really remarkable hit. Any of those would hit real good. So let's hope for a high mana value card on our draw. Are they going to remove Michelangelo? It is not a bad play. It's really not. Can you do that at instant speed? Yeah, you can. Okay. Cool. Leonardo does us the damage. You've got something else, huh? Fight spell? Yeah, there it is. You played out all your spells. I don't love that. So Genghis Frog is essentially just to... Yeah. We are putting pressure on, right? Maybe just the 6/5? That's enough. So this is where Guac and Marshmallow Pizza is way better than it looks. Because it untaps the creature in addition to everything else. So, yeah. I don't think they can attack. Okay. I'm very curious to see what this means. Okay. Okay, you don't have double strike. You already dealt damage. It's okay. Like, they're playing their out. Yep. So, pop the guac? No, let's leave it. I mean, I was thinking that I'm gonna put pressure on if they want to get in with the Jeet now and get some value out of it. I mean, they can do some damage, but Umezawa Jite is a very good card. Feels like such a throwback at this point to be thinking about trying to play around that card. It's funny to me that we have drawn Genghis Frog, both of them, several times now. Well, they don't have an obvious play here, is what I'm seeing. They know that if they can't deal with Bebop, they have to... That's it. They didn't have an out. All right, folks, game 4, currently 3-0 in our little TMNT draft here. We are on the play again with no play. Oh, no, I can play Genghis Frog. Okay, yep, let's do it. Bebop lets us swamp cycle if we desperately need to get a swamp if we don't draw one fast enough, so I love that. Okay, our opponent is mulliganing 2-6. You got to give us a free win? You're not. Start with a forest. Plains for our opponent. We drew a swamp, so we are absolutely cooking. Genghis Frog for us. Let's draw a 3-drop mutant, or a 2-drop for that matter. April O'Neil is really solid. Gives us a removal spell option here. Alright. We're going to show our third color. We'll put our mutagen on our friend Genghis here, and we will get in for 2. No blocks for our opponent. We'll pass. So yeah, we've got Stomp by the Foot here. Improvised Arsenal is an amazing card. We are going to remove April. I love that. Mona Lisa, Saperstein. Sister from another mister. We'll go ahead and put that muted counter right on Mona Lisa, attack for 2. Uneasy Alliance stops Genghis Frog. Does it remove his abilities? It does not. Okay. Boy, I want to attack. Doesn't look like I can, though. Alright, Escape Tunnel. We'll get another swamp. And then we're gonna... Oh, I totally missed that. Yeah, we're gonna attack for 2. I don't really think that using the mana at this point is really all that efficient. We're feeling really aggro here. I got a heck of a... Okay, no more Genghis Frog for us. Ninja for our opponent. So, probably just bringing it in here. If a permanent left the battlefield under your control. Okay, yep, let's get in. They're just going to take 7? Yep. Let's get our land down and play Bebop. We're just going to end the turn, actually. We want to hold the mutagen for the Insectoid Exterminator to get the Disappear trigger. I mean, our opponent is just not in a good spot. We have a couple of very, very big creatures. They're already at 7. Board wipe would really put them back in the game, and there are some in the set. 6 mana available. Neutrinos, a 2/4 flyer, gets the bonus, gets the alliance bonus. When it attacks, exile a creature you control and then return it. Okay, lots of blockers for our opponent. Improvise Arsenal on the Neutrinos. Or are you holding up a red mana to be suspicious? Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. All right. Don't love that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we activate the mutagen on Bebop, play our land for turn, we attack with both the 5/5 and the 6/5. They can block the 5/5 there and go to 1. Okay. We will play the Insectoid Exterminator. We will scry a swamp to the bottom and say go. Can you fade for this turn, opponent? Featherbrained Filcher gives you a food, so you are not just dead on board. Honestly, if the Neutrino attacks, I probably just let it through. They can instantly copy the improvised thing. The improvised arsenal. This card is sweet. I can't wait to build a deck around this. This card is sweet. It's cranial plating. It's red. Okay, can't find an out. We are on to Game 5, friends. TMNT draft, currently 4-0 with our Sultai deck. No early interaction here, and the biggest, baddest creature in our deck. The interaction that we do have is not removal. I don't think I can keep this. Will we draw the answers? We're 4 games up. Is that going to skew my... I don't think I can keep this. I don't do anything in the first few turns. This is better. So we can keep this, and we're actually going to put Pain 101 away. Okay. Blue for our opponent. We'll play a forest and say go. Just need to draw a 4th land, and we will feel very good. Buzzbots is not our favorite thing to see from our opponent. We've got a 4th land, so Leatherhead gets very good here. I'm telling you, Leatherhead is super good in Limited. We're about to see it. Blue and red for our opponent. They get in for 1. Are they going to sneak something? Oh, I love it. Do it. Sneak. No? Dang. They've got something. Are they just playing real cautious? That's fine. We'll play an illegitimate business and gain that life back. And say go. It looks like they're holding up a counter, so I'm going to be very cautious here. I'm not going to play Leatherhead into a counter. Okay. We will play another land, and we will pass the turn. Enough with the Buzzbot. We're going to play Bebop into the counter. Maybe we can get a smaller creature. Oh, that's way better. Way better. They've probably got a removal spell for our creature, too. We're okay with that. What are they doing? Are they, like, color-hosed? Ravenous robots. We'd like to remove that, too. Land for turn. Attack for 2. Bebop the Warthog. This is drawing the counter. It's not. Okay, Sewer Valence Cam taps down Bebop inexplicably. Sure. I don't think we're being overly cautious. They are very much holding a counterspell. So if they get down to less than 2 mana, I actually don't know the set well enough to say exactly how many counterspells there are. There are at least a few. Let's go. That's fine. Our opponent's drawing cards. We'll get in for 2. We're going to be really cautious. As long as they have 3 mana up, I am not playing Leatherhead. Perfect. I think we let that go. I think we let that go. And now we play Leatherhead. And make them very sorry that they tapped out. I mean, I suppose there are things that they could do to destroy Leatherhead, but they're going to have a much harder time of it than they think. Not to mention that I've got the Save by the Shell in my hand now. I got crushed by this card in the pre-release. So, I mean, it's just such a remarkable card. Yep. Donnie and Leo for our opponent. Mouse or Foundry. Is that a second? Oh, no. That's a Foundry, not the Ravenous Robots. You got it. Okay. Excellent. Look at your combo. Amazing. That's amazing. That is a fantastic combo. Ruined by an anchovy and banana pizza. Yep, take 10. We're going to decline that. Really, removing the Mouser Foundry right now does not do what we want it to do, so... Donatello. Ah, see, I see what they're doing. They have a really good deck. They do. They have a very good deck. A little surprised by this. Are you sneaking now? Okay, here comes the sneak. Did they have the other Donatello? Yes! Gadget Master! Amazing. Their deck is so cool. Copy and Foundry. The other Donatello gets bigger by several orders. Yep. Boy, I love that, but I don't think I can cast it yet. Let's go. Sacrifice a token or land. I've been reading this card wrong the whole time. Okay. So let's see if they've got a counterspell. Yeah. Donnie can go first. That feels good. Feels very good. I mean, again, we haven't won yet, but our opponent is on their back foot for sure. They have such a good build. It's amazing that they have this and the rare Donatello. And they had the... This is a rare, right? Yep, Ravenous Robots. Dang, they have 3 very strong on-color rares. Yeah, 6 damage to Bebop. You got it. I'm not sure you can do that. What else do they have here? Something. I'm not actually entirely sure what we draw. Okay, nobody is probably enough for them here. That's very good. So we need removal, and I'm pretty sure we used all of it already. So, pump spell, 1, 2, 3. They're going to get another guy. So they're going to have 6. Yep. So we sacrifice the pizza. That's okay. We'll play our land for turn. We will play the West Wind Avatar. Sacrificing a land, gaining 3 life. This is a little tough. I think I go for it, because I make them trade all their creatures. Yep. So they're at 1. But if they are able to deal with West Wind Avatar, they could actually come back and win here. I still think that was probably correct. Drawing a land was pretty sad for us there. I'm trying to think of what I could possibly draw that would be really good for us. Michelangelo would be really good. Trag. 4 damage to a creature. Do you have enough to kill West Wind Avatar? Oh, they do. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, they've got us. We actually can't come back from that. We can't. We can't come back from that. Okay, game 6, I think. 4-1 with an entirely unkeepable hand. We will pitch this. Okay, much better. Yeah, okay, let's keep this. Let's tuck the pachyderm? That might not be right. Yeah, that's fine. Let's tuck the pachyderm. So, I think we hold the escape tunnel to see what lands we draw, if any. Okay, illegitimate business means our opponent's on the same thing. So now we're a little worried. That's okay. We're going to get Michelangelo down and probably draw out our first removal spell. Mechanized Ninja Cavalry. Okay, we did draw a 3rd land. So we feel decent about that. So now the question is, do we play the escape tunnel now? Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's... Oh, wow. See, I need double green for Mikey and double black for Anchovy Pizza. Second thought, we're going to play the Game Master and pass the turn. So if they just commit to board, we can make our board pretty big with a very small amount of effort. Yeah, no blocks from us. You got it, friend. What are they sneaking in? They're sneaking something in. Let's find out what it is. Mechanized Ninja Cavalry is very good for sneak. Yeah, you bounce the cavalry, because you can use it again. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. You slag! Rude. Super rude. Not cool, but rude. Okay. Now we drew a green. So we can play the escape tunnel. Now we get in for 4. We'll just pass. So I think we pop the escape tunnel on their turn no matter what. This card's cool. Although having to bounce a creature to sneak it makes me like it less. It really does. Like, this for 3 mana is just as good. Like, they didn't have the 3 mana, so obviously that wasn't an option for them. Are we sneaking something else in? No? 1 damage for us. 4 drop for our opponent. Action News Crew is not a big deal. And the 2 drop again? You got it. We're getting a swamp. Makes another guy. 4 power on board. Other Michelangelo. We'll pump him up. We will attack with the 5/5. I like how all the Michelangelos synergize with each other. It makes me very happy. Okay, you channel... Oh my god, I just got it. I just got it. It's channel 6, Action News. So you channel this for 6 and it does something. Stop it. Stop it. I just got it. Channel 6 Action News. Wow, I can't decide if that's incredibly cringy or actually quite clever. I guess it could be both. How we doing? How we doing over there? They're trying to decide what's more of a threat, and at this point it's hard to say. Okay. So, yeah, you can have that. We're not blocking into another Karai's technique. No thanks. I'll just beat you on the backswing. What is our opponent doing? I mean, they might just have a removal spell. So if they sneak out this for you know, Shredder's technique, Foot Ninja, very good. See, I actually like definitely slept on that card a little bit. Okay, so now I can't actually just win. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if the Foot Ninja is very good. Very, very good. And unfortunately, I also can't do 2 things. That is not ideal. Okay, let's get in with BFF. Wow, Foot Ninjas is very strong. So counter on BFF, counter on Game Master. If they have another foot ninja, I think we're just done. Because I can only block one creature here. If we untap with the pizza on board, I have 3 more life. Let's go. If they have another foot ninja, we're just done. We're just done. They do. Look, watch. Very crafty on their part. Nice. Nice. First time I've been beat by a sneak deck like that, I think. Okay, game 7, 4-2. One more win puts us in the positive, where we won more money than we paid to get into the event. I mean, can we go on a stomp by the foot and a dream? Let's do it. Sometimes I just really want the game to end. These limited videos go on for quite some time, so okay, we'll show them our swamp. Would love to draw an island here. Frog Butler for our opponent. We will go ahead and take care of that right now. Another stomp by the foot is fine. It may not take out what our opponent plays on 3, but we're okay. Okay, same color combination. Genghis Frog for our opponent. Very good. Okay, Leatherhead, take us home. We would love to draw another swamp. Actually, either would be fine. I don't think there's a target player sacrifices a creature. So what we really need to worry about is Death Touch creatures. Wow, Lessons from Life is so good. So good. Okay. We will attack for 5. So I think we actually force Cycle Rocksteady here so that we can get a land drop. We would have rather had Bebop. We're still in a lot of trouble. They have way, way, way more mana than us. You got it. Get in for 1. Swamp. Not a swamp. Mikey is fine. Counter on Leatherhead. So I think I stomp here. Okay, either non-forest land is good here. I don't want the tap land, though. I want a swamp or an island. Swamp or island puts us in this game. So good. Swamp now. Swamp, 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 swamp. You can do it. So boned. So boned. So boned by our mana. Brutal. Brutal. You got... Oh, wow. And now an Ice Cream Kitty with 3 mutagens in play? Their deck is doing what we want our deck to do, but we're doing it way better. Oh, folks. Kitsune. Enters or deals. You may exchange control of 2 other target creatures controlled by different players. Okay. You may. Targets? No. Yep. You got it. Swamp or bust. They can pop 2 of those things and draw 2 cards. So good. Put it on Dirtbag. Yep. Swamp or bust. Yep. Actually, it's just good game, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was tough. That was a tough loss. That was lands. All right, folks, how did we do? Well, we ended up 4-3, and I mean that in that order. 4 wins and then 3 consecutive losses. The losses felt really backbreaking, but this is the limited format. It's like I really felt like I was resoundingly winning or resoundingly losing. We actually had a very uninteractive build, so once we ran out of removal, we were kind of cooked. And really, like, looking at what our opponent was doing there in that last game, they were literally playing the same cards as us. Like, they had a Ground Chuck and Dirtbag on the field, which is hilarious when you see the same rare, right? And they had Genghis Frog and Ice Cream Kitty down here in the 2-drop spot, so they were doing the exact same thing we were doing. One of the criticisms I've already heard of this format is that there's really only 2 deck archetypes, and this is one of them. It's green-black, maybe green-black with blue, and then white-red, and I guess there's blue-red as well, but I have seen almost none of the other 2 color combinations. They just don't really see... Actually, that ninja deck was the first time that I saw that one consistently perform, and it really showed that it's tough to interact with if you don't know what to expect. So, all in all, I don't think anybody's really sold on TMNT Standard. It was... limited. It was never really meant to be a playable limited format, and then they shoehorned all these extra cards in, and it's trying to be a limited format, but it is very clearly not fully fleshed out. I'm really having fun with a lot of these cards. Like, I'm very fond of this card of Mutant BFF. Leatherhead was a pretty fantastic... Here's the thing. This is hard to deal with, but we saw that in those games, in that last game in particular, or your opponent can just go over top of it. It can make threats that are bigger. Now, if we had drawn a blue or black force in that game goes differently. So we really just got screwed by our mana in the last one. So anyway, that's all for this week. Thank you for tuning in. If you're here at the end of this incredibly long limited video, what are you doing? I mean, thank you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate your time and appreciate you sticking with me as I try some different formats other than standard. So thanks again for tuning in, and as always, folks, remember, take care of your head.